All right, we're back at the spot of the last video, the ending spot of the last video. Gonna fish this little point right here, and gonna head back down in this direction. But this is one of the only areas I really got a bite the last time, so we're gonna try to see if we can get another bite in this area. Gonna start off throwing the shaky head, the very thing that I got a bite off of the last time. Just gonna try to drag it along. I ain't gonna spend too much time because I got a certain spot I want to get to before this hour is up. It's gonna be a little bit of a stretch for me to actually get to that spot, but you know, important thing is just gotta catch fish. Hope y'all out there having a good day. Whenever I can get this video out, I have it out to you as soon as possible. Gonna be out of town this whole week right here working, and it's not that I don't have time to really get it out. It just, you know, sometimes when you go out of town working and you're staying like in rooms or whatever, hotels, you know, you don't really have that good internet connection like you're accustomed to having. And sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to get that footage out, and I'm not really exactly doing the quickest kind of video to it, you know. I think I've done enough videos recently at home, you know what I'm saying, around the house or out and about, you know, so I'm kind of eager to get on the water and do some actual on the water fishing, you know, on a more consistent basis. So, you know, this is my second time going bass fishing in quite a few many months, you know, since like maybe November. So it's time for me to start back getting back right with the bass, because that's what I love catching. That's the type of fishing that I really truly love a great deal. Again, throwing around I think the name of this worm that I'm casting around is a Zoom color red bug, something like that. I might be wrong, don't quote me on that, but it's like a red type of worm. I do got other options that I may switch to if this doesn't pan out right, but gonna see what I can come up with. I think the next thing I go to is actually like will probably be either spinnerbait or bladed jig. Not sure exactly which one, but it's gonna be something that's gonna allow me to move a little bit more, you know, faster along the side of the lake. This shaky head is a little bit more of a slower pace lure, but I'll be honest with you, I want to catch something, you know, and sometimes they don't want the moving bait. I would say it's a little bit warmer than it was my last time out, but man, it's still kind of cold, you know. So this little these sunny skies, clear skies, don't let it fool you. It's cold out here. A little bit better than it been, but still cold. Yeah. Oh man, I know by the time y'all see this video, you know, the Super Bowl will have already been played and we will all know the winner. But you know, just for the fun of it, you know, just leave down in the comment section if the team that you know really wanted to win between the two. And it don't have to be your team. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody watch it for fun, but I think it's pretty safe that everybody kind of choose a team, whichever one they want to win it. I myself, I'm pulling for the Seahawks. I don't know. I just like to see them win it. I would rather see them win it than the Patriots. No hate on the Patriots. Oh man, that was a fish following my worm in here. No hating on the Patriots. Don't get me wrong. No hating at all. But I'm gonna go with Seattle. I just seen a fish falling behind my worm, and I probably should have thrown it back over there. But you know what? That could be a sign that maybe they're in a little bit more of a chasing mood, because I'm pretty sure he may have seen it while I was dragging it along the bottom, but I'm not sure. And he chose to chase it. So that could mean that they're in the chasing mood. I don't know. But that was definitely a fish behind it. So I'm going to throw back over through that one more time, just for good sakes. And then we're going to get moving on down this lake. This point right here has some stumps off of it. Some pretty good, nice sized tree stumps. So it would be nice to actually catch one off this point. It's a point that sometimes produces fish for me. I'm not. Man, why am I still feel like it's coming back towards me? No, I can't feel that. Okay, let's keep it going straight. I'm gonna throw it toward that, all up against that tree right there. Get my trolling motor moving a little bit, and we're gonna cover some water. All right. Hey, leave down in the comments if you're football, if you like watching football, NFL, college, either one of them, you know, NFL, college, or whatever. Let me, leave in the comments your favorite teams. You can leave, college, NFL, whichever one you prefer. If you love football, I myself love football. So I'm an Ohio State Buckeye fan in college, and when it comes down to the NFL, I'm a Washington Commander. Those are my two teams that I like, and I like them. No win, lose, or draw. I can honestly say that one of my teams are, in the last 25 years been pretty successful. Had some tough losses, championship games, but my Buckeyes have really been pretty successful, if I had to say so. They've won a lot. My team from Washington, my NFL team, we've had some hard times. We've had some really, really hard times. But that's how I am. I stick with them. I roll with them to the end. Can't win them all, but I sure like to have my fair share of wins. But there ain't been too many seasons where my Commanders have, really had good seasons. But, like last year, last football season, they surprised the NFL by making it to the championship game, the game to get to the Super Bowl, and it was a pretty fun year to root for them. You know, and this year they took a step back. You know, it took a couple steps back. You know, so that was hard to watch a little bit, but you know, it was good to have that good year at least once. Okay. Don't know what to expect from these fish today. Again, I'm just throwing my shake head out. Not really letting it set too long. I'm just kind of dragging it along the bottom. Just keeping bottom contact with it. Just hoping, you know, something it entice something to bite. You know, it's just something I'm basically filling the bottom of the lake on. Yeah. How many of y'all are planning to have a Super Bowl party? You know, or did have a Super Bowl party? Let me say it like that. You know, cause the game, by the time you see this, it have already played. And if you do have a Super Bowl party or watch, you know, in whatever you want to call it, get together, how did it go? Everything go well, or how the food was? You know, even if you attended one, you know, did you enjoy the food? You know, for you ones out there that love to drink, did you have a good time, you know, drinking and eating and watching the game? I myself, I used to like taking a drink every now and then. I was an occasion person. You know, I ate on occasion. I mean, I drank on occasions, and but I used to. It's been about 7.5 years now since I've taken a drink of alcohol, and you know, no reason. I just got to the point where I was like, you know, it's been several months since I had any kind of drink, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I need it anyway, so I made a decision to stop drinking. And I have not picked up another drink since. I will admit, I used to love coming home from a hard days of work and, you know what I'm saying, want something good to eat, you know, so it was nothing, it was really nice to come home, get you a really good dinner, whether you cook it or you go buy it somewhere, mix you up a nice little good mixed drink. I didn't really drink beer like that, but I drank, you know, mixed drinks, liquor, whatever. And I miss those days because sometimes I come home after a hard day of work and I be in that mood. I ain't gonna lie to you, I be in that mood to have a good dinner and you know, have a drink while I'm eating it. But you know, it's not what I do anymore. I forgot my my mod thing today, y'all, so I hope my audio is gonna come out really, really well, because the wind is actually blowing pretty good today. Nothing like it was yesterday, but it's blowing. So I hope the disturbance in the wind is not too much in the audio. Oh man, can I get an easy day of fishing? Can I just get one where everything I try works? Can I just get one? I was hoping by now I've been caught one, but as usual, I'm gonna have to grind for it. I'm not even gonna lie, if I'd have put this shaky head on and I'd thrown it out and caught a fish pretty fast, you know I brought some other rods and stuff with me, some other setups with me, but I would have definitely fished this till I felt like I couldn't catch another one. Now, I'm a big believer in looking at activity in the water as well as on the side of the water. And when you see one of those birds right there, I'm not sure if y'all can see him, but when you see one of those right there sitting on the side, he ain't over there just parlaying. You know, he's typically hunting for food. So I kind of sometimes look at that as a sign that, you know, there's at least bait fish or a good amount of fish in the area, because he's not going to be anywhere where there ain't no fish yet. You know, if you're in the area where you don't, you know, there's not that many fish, he's not going to be there. He's going to be somewhere where food is close by. Do that mean that I'm going to catch anything? Man, no. But that's just one of the things I look at. I'm not sure exactly what type of bird he is. Don't get me wrong, I don't know my birds like that, but I know he's a bird that be around the water, and he can catch fish better than me with his little long neck. He creep around and he scoop them out there like they ain't nothing. And I know I typically don't fish the same body of water back to back as much as I'm doing now, but you know, I don't really have my outboard, and you know, going to the bigger lakes right now to do the type of fishing I want to do, it just right now it's just not really what I want to do. So I'm kind of you know, avoiding those areas for some reason. For those reasons. Update on my outboard. My truck is nearly finished. I got one more thing to do with my truck, but I got it back, but it's nearly done. But my outboard, I mean, believe it or not, man, I've gone several steps already trying to get my outboard fixed. You know, because it got damaged due to the accident that I had back in December. And as you can see, it's February. And you would think that my outboard would be solved, problem would be solved by now, but it's not. I'm trying to, you know, let the insurance handle things. You know, not trying to tell you too much, but it ain't really been a smooth situation. I mean, they've not said they're not gonna fix it, but they're kind of dragging their feet and handling the situation, and I'm kind of irked about it. But hey, what can I do? What can I do? So hopefully within the next week or so, I have my outboard back up functional and running again, and we can get back on the big lakes and stuff. Not said I won't fish the big lakes now, but you know, yeah, I just don't want to deal with the boat traffic and stuff. And if I want to cross over the lake, I want to be able to have my outboard where I feel a little bit more comfortable making it across the lake with those other bass boats, pontoons, speed boats, you know, whatever somebody may decide to drive. So, but I think I'm gonna change up things. We're hitting on right around 20 minutes already into the video, and all you've seen me do is throw out and talk. You know, that's basically it. But I think I'm gonna throw on my spinnerbait, because my bladed jig, I kind of want to change the trailer on it. Right now I have a crawl trailer on it, and I kind of want to go to a bait fish profile, like some type of swimmer or something like that. And I got a dig. Unfortunately, I didn't do it before I left the house, so I got to kind of dig and change it up. Well, I can go through my box and put on a different one. Yeah, right now I got a crawfish style, you know, color and everything on it with a crawfish trail on it. And that's not the way I want to. That's not the way I want to do it. Let's see. Make a couple more casts with this right here. Then we're gonna roll on out. Put something else on. There's not many boats on the lake today. There was one guy getting off the water when I was coming in, when I was getting ready to put in. And there's one more boat. Not sure exactly where they went to, but they're not too far from me. They actually look like they come down this bank right here first, so I'm really coming down after them. But yeah, this is gonna be the last cast on this one. I did give it a thought about going, you know, coming today and doing some crappie fishing, but I wanted to use some live minnows, kind of search for them, and then, you know, like drop down on them with some live bait. But time frame wise, I just don't have time to do it. So switched it back up, sticking with the bass. Water temperatures again today are in the 40s. They're a little bit warmer. I think it's like 45 degrees today, so it's a little bit warmer than it was the other day when I came. The last video, I think water temperatures right around 41 degrees. I mean, that was cold. But right now we say 45, you know, something. It looks like it can be almost 46. But I got a Texas rig too I'm gonna throw. But let's pick up this old spinner bait and see what we can come up with. Yeah. So I stepped it up moving. Maybe we can get one that's want to chase something. I do got a trailer hook on it, just in case I run across a short strike. Oh yeah, that looks good. More of a white and blue baitfish style color. Where is that cutting up? So I'm over there cutting up. Looks like a fish that's injured. That's what it looks like to me. I have a little bit more time, I would go over there and check it out. Cause I noticed he had his fins up on the water. And but he like he went down then. If y'all still with me, you know, let me know what y'all think of this hour-long unedited footage that I've been doing lately. I noticed this is the second one that I've done bass fishing, but I've done a few, you know, with me crappie fishing, you know, just trolling for crappie, and really ain't had a lot of success on it. But I just want y'all to know, I just want y'all to let me know exactly how y'all feel about it. Is it content that you like, or, you know, do I need to do something different or whatever? You know, I'm curious to know, you know, what y'all want to see, you know. Or are you okay with it? You know what I'm saying? You like doing it, you like watching that. It kind of shows the part of the video, like I always say, that typically get edited out, you know, for time's sake, and as well as you know, for as like the standpoint of actually watching people catch fish. I try not to do like a highlight video when I'm bass fishing or fishing in general. Even when I'm, you know, I'm editing my videos, I try not to do the highlight, make it like a highlight video. I try to add a little context and, you know, put a storyline, or, you know, put together the process in which I fished that day. But this right here is like raw. This is like raw, nothing is being, you know, edited out. If I speak wrong or if I get hung in the tree, y'all gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to an hour, I'm just gonna keep it real. And like I said, I just ain't been having too much success, you know, catching fish within the within that hour frame. Excuse me, y'all. Tongue getting a little tired. Now it is challenging me for as like editing. I'm not a big talker, so I'm trying to be as vocal with you all as possible. Let's see, make sure I got this thing done right. My bad. I don't want y'all to not see nothing. I don't need you to see a rod tip neither. I wish y'all had changed that up a little bit early, but that looks kind of good. Just need a fish that want it. Now, spinnerbait is something that I definitely don't throw that much. They catch big fish, but I wouldn't say they're a numbers lure unless they like really, really on it. But they can catch some pretty good sized bass. And it's something that I think that I need to actually fish a little bit more than I do. Okay. Coming up on a little bend over there. I think I'm gonna fish around that bend. Just a short distance, and then I'm gonna kind of cut back over towards the area that I wanted to fish. Let's see. Da 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 da. How many of y'all out there fish with a spinnerbait? You know, spinnerbait is pretty old school, but that's the one that I got. Like I said, I got the little stinger hook down there on the bottom. You know, just a bait fish profile. Just seeing where to chase it. I need one to be aggressive on it. I need somebody to hit this thing. I probably got the wrong type of blade. I need to get the one that moves a little bit slower, got that thump to it. I think it's called, I'm trying to think, you got a willow leaf and you got another type of blade. But you know, it's the one that's shaped more rounder, that makes the lure has a little bit more thump, but it also makes it where it don't really move too fast throughout the water column. But I got one, y'all. Oh, I got a good one. Got a good one, y'all. Got a good one. Oh yeah, got a good one. Got a good one. Got a good one, y'all. All right. Got my net today too. Oh yeah. Yes sir. Yes sir, y'all. We got the first one in the boat. We got the first one in the boat. We got the first one in the boat. Good one too. Good one, y'all. Good one. Oh, hold on. Let me get him out. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh man, that's a good bass right there, y'all. Let's hurry up and put a weight on him. I'm gonna put a weight. I got my scale with me, so I'm gonna put a weight on him. We're gonna get him back in there. We're gonna get back in the water. Okay. Okay. Scale is clear. Okay. Scale is clear. All right, y'all. We're looking at a 3.76. 3.76. All right. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Let's put him back in there, y'all. We got to get back in there. Thank you for biting, young guy. Oh yeah. Yeah, the spinnerbait came loose. Spinnerbait came through. Come through for me today. Come on. Come on. Get it going, y'all. Come on. Get it going. All right, let's get back. Let's get back to it, y'all. See if we can catch another one. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. That's what I like to see right there. I think I caught him. He bit deep, but I caught him on the regular hook that's on the so he didn't short strike it because I caught him on the regular hook. The other hook was just kind of like, you know, twisted around or whatever. So he didn't short strike it to where the stinger hook had to catch him. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Yes, sir. That's a big boy. That's what you look for right there, y'all. That's what I come here to look for. Catch some good ones like that. All right. Yeah. Had to make sure I didn't forget what the weight on that is. 3.76. Man, that's y'all, that's almost a 4-pound bass. Good healthy bass too. Looked like he was still trying to regrow his tail from last year's spawning thing, but you know bass, they, it's February, and I do kind of believe sometimes that you get the early spawners that go on even this early in the year. But man, that's a good bite. Hope y'all. Won't be no skunk in the boat today. All right. See if we can capitalize on another one, y'all. That felt good there. But yeah, he kind of had a look like he might have been already kind of, I don't know, that's either his tail still trying to recover from last year's spawning season. But it I ain't see no blood, but it's definitely damaged. But who knows? Good job, spinnerbait. Hold up now, get right now. Don't start getting tangled up on me. I need you to stay right. Y'all, I'm not sure exactly what name brand spinnerbait I'm using. I think I still got the packet at home. I put this spinnerbait on a few months ago, and you know, with all intentions to use it. So I don't really know exactly what it is. I think it's one of the Tackle Warehouse spinnerbaits that I bought that was like on the clearance section. So it's probably not one of the name brands that, you know, if you're a big spinnerbait person, that you use or whatever. But I kind of like the look of it, and it handled pretty well on that bass, cause you know, spinnerbaits, they have a habit of you know, bending as far as like the wire part of it, cause it's got a lot going on with those lures. So it felt good. Man, I hadn't reeled back in the fit on a bass in a long time. I had to lean back on it, lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back on that bad boy. Man, look here, y'all. I know everybody that watches my footage don't have a Pelican Bass Raider, and this is the boat that I always fish out of. But you know, one thing I would say about this Pelican Bass Raider, when it comes down to stability, this little small plastic boat is you know, you can't beat it when it comes down to stability. You know, like I tell people, you know, it's gonna rock. Every boat's gonna rock. Even a big ship rocks side to side, you know, because it's in the water. But when it comes down to like actual stability, where you don't have to worry about that boat flipping on one side, man, I'm telling you, this boat is rock solid. You know, and outside of it not really having a lot of room in there to stand in, you know, I got these big old clunky boots on today. I typically don't fish with boots on, but you know, it's cold out here, and I didn't want to put on some tennis shoes that, you know, allow air to just come through freely all throughout the shoe, because I want to keep my feet kind of, you know, warm. Because, you know, you deal with the cold a lot, you know, it's two things that you can't let get cold, and I mean, you can't let them at all, because when you do get cold, it's over. And that's your hands and your feet. You know, I think a person can kind of somewhat deal with the head part. You know, might not be pleasant, but they can deal with the head not being right. Man, I just told y'all that spinnerbait, they don't really catch a lot of fish, but they catch, when they do catch one, they catch a good one. So yeah. Throwing off this little point here. I did think about getting the crankbait, y'all, but I don't know, I just didn't bring my crankbait rod with me. I think this time of the year when the water is real cold, it's a good time to throw like a slimmer profile crankbait. And depending on your water, how deep it is on the banks and the areas that you're fishing in, that kind of gives you an idea of what type of crankbait to fish with, for as like depth. And I probably should have gave mine a try. You know, I don't know which one I would have thrown. I probably would have fished with one with a slender profile, but one that has like a you know, go about maybe 5 to 6 feet deep. You know, but I left it at home. Trying not to put my hand down, 'cause I'm trying to wind. I want to stay off the bank a good bit. Don't want to be too far up on the bank. Things got a little tangled up there. Okay, let's get this thing a little bit better. Okay, it's kind of like how I like to have it. That's my little thing. I love the way that thing is shaped. The blade is not like a chrome blade. It's chrome, but it's got like got a little translucent of blue with a little glitter in it. Not a lot, but just enough where you notice it. So I figured it would be a good bait profile fish for a bass that's looking for, you know, like a shad or something like that. I don't know. Just a bait fish profile. It's not a brim color, anything like that. Just a bait fish profile. But I just got around that first bend. I'm gonna fish on around it a little bit, and I don't know. I'm thinking about hopping over to the other side of this cove and just seeing if I can. I don't know if I want to keep throwing this thing or not. It caught my fish, but I do want to give my other lures some tries too. So I'm gonna just go down through here, and I'm gonna cross over, and like I said, if I don't really get anything else, I'll switch up. I think I might go to the Texas rig. Like I said, this time of year right here, if I'm throwing a Texas rig, I like to throw something a little bit bigger and bulkier to entice that fish for a bigger meal. You know, if they're gonna spend their energy to eat something, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather for it to be a big meal. You know, kind of like this spinnerbait. The spinnerbait gives off a big profile, you know, because it's got a lot going on with it. Wires and skirts and trailer and blades, you know, so that's like a big profile. So I kind of want to do that when it comes down to a creature bait. I think I'm just going to keep it simple. Maybe cast out like a brush hog or something like that. Nothing super big or whatever. I don't know. I think I got a brush hog on right now. So I normally modify my brush frog. I normally modify my brush hog a little bit. I take off one or two of the little appendages, whatever, the little things that be flapping or hanging off of it. I take it off and make it look a certain way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down this bank. It's got a little bit of wind blowing on it, so I think I'm gonna definitely go down through there with this spinnerbait. If I don't hurry up and get done, I ain't gonna get to throw my little thing, because we're getting close to 45 minutes in the video, and I'm staying on schedule, y'all. You know what I'm saying? An hour long, it's over. You know, I'm pretty sure. I know I'm asking a lot of y'all just to, you know, to watch it for an hour. That's asking a lot, but you know, hey. So I'm gonna keep it at 1 hour. I'm not gonna go over. Probably should speed it up a little bit. Back in the summertime when I was fishing my tournament, and I actually come down this bank right here, and man, I had a big one on the swim jig get off. Man, that bad boy had to be 8+. I mean, he come off, boy, I was I was sick for quite a time. I did not enjoy that moment right there. You know, I know some people like it when they at least get to see the fish, and it's kind of like a double-bladed sword when it comes down to seeing it, because if it's small, yeah, you might be a little happy. Oh, I missed it. You know, I seen it. But man, when it's a big fish and you lose them like that, you like, oh, it's like a dagger. And that tournament for me was just, man, it was crazy. That tournament was very, very hard. I had a lot of bad luck. You know what? We're gonna throw right there on the other side of that tree right there. Maybe there's one over there. We're gonna just see. Maybe it's not. Maybe it ain't them over there. Okay, well. Then y'all, we might just take it on out with this spinnerbait, cause it feels good in my hand right now. I'm actually throwing it, and you know, if you watch my previous videos, I've said a few times, I'm the type of person I like to throw with what I feel like I'm gonna catch it with, you know, and right now I feel good throwing the spinnerbait. Do that mean that I'm really gonna catch something else? No, it probably don't, but I don't know, some kind of way I feel better throwing it. So we're gonna throw right here to this little, down this little stretch right here, and then we're gonna turn this thing on around, go across, and gonna cast out that Texas rig. Yeah. See, and all on this bank, all on this side of this bank right here, all the way down I fished, I've seen several of those birds. If y'all can see that real good, y'all tell me what type of birds those are. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of birds they are, but I see them all the time. And don't have me say the name of them and I'll be wrong. So I'd rather y'all help me out on that department. Come on, fishy. I don't know, this bait right here was looking pretty good. I was hoping to pull one off that bank. You know, near the bank or something. Ain't nobody's at home today. Okay. Make a couple of more casts and I'm gonna switch it up. Switch it up. Switch it up. Y'all don't want to see me just throw one lure anyway. Y'all want to see me throwing multiple lures. You know. So, let me see what I can catch on the other bar or something. I don't know what that was. Might have been that tree. Pieces of that tree that hit it just now. But boy, something felt good. Alright, this is gonna be probably my last cast with this before we switch it over. We're sitting at 49 minutes. So We're gonna make this the last cast over here, and I'm gonna switch to that Texas rig. We're gonna try to cover as much water fast as we can. Okay. All right. That's gonna do it for that. Let's switch over. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep y'all waiting long. Leaves me right around maybe 10 minutes to cast this thing around. Yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. Like I said, I got this brush hog. I tore the appendages off of it. Man, I cannot say that word today. But anyway, I tore them off, and that's what we're gonna cast out right now. Oh, I've not thrown this rod in a very long time, y'all. So forgive me if I'm not casting right. But yeah, this is like a green. It's like more of a natural color. It's a brown. Not sure exactly. Green pumpkin. Pumpkin seed, I meant. I got to get this casting right. Okay. Man, this line it's been on this reel for a very long time, so I don't know if it's gonna do right. You see how it's twined up? You know, it's like it ain't straight. So I got to get this line off. Just gonna throw it around some trees, see what we can come up with. Man, this line is hideous. I might be rushing just a little too much. It's kind of deep off this bank over here. We're gonna change the angle. Sun's in my eyes. Stop the motor right quick. I want to fish this little spot right here pretty good. Ooh, definitely got to get this line off. And this is something that happens to your line when you don't fish. Fish the you spool your rod up and you reel up, and you don't use it. That line just it programs itself to the spool, and it causes crap like this. I'm surprised I hadn't backlash before now. So let me just get this straightened out, y'all. Done went the whole doggone video and ain't backlashing. Here we go, the last couple of minutes with the old famous backlashing. Oh man, and then it act like it don't want to come out. Oh no, come on now. Get out. Don't start tripping. Oh. Okay, y'all, we're gonna change it up. We're gonna change it up to the drop shot. Okay, I got it out. Okay. But man, this line is set down on this one. Got 6 minutes. Yeah, maybe a little bit less than 6 minutes. Roar sounds bad too. Okay. It's maintained a little bit better now. I can actually fish it better. Come on, come on. Give me one taker. Come on. Ah. Just kind of do it the same way the shake head is, just dragging it. I don't really have enough time to be doing all the other stuff that I do. This one actually got it actually got curly tails on it, so when I drag it, it spins around, so it's a little bit more action than you know, when I do the drop shot, like, I mean, shake it head like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come a little bit short of the stopping point that I wanted to reach before my hour was up. And I don't know, even after I cut the cameras on, I may turn them, keep them rolling afterwards. So, you know, just make sure when I'm closing things out, you make sure you watch the video to the very end of it, because I may have a little additional bonus video, you know, footage for you that's gonna be outside of this, so just be mindful of that. And if y'all don't see any bonus footage after this, you know I ain't do nothing. But just in case, because I'm gonna fish up to that point, just in case I catch something, I'll put it in there. Yeah. All right. I actually caught the biggest fish that I've caught in many years, which was an 8 pounder, you know, a little bit over 8 pounds on this exact setup. It was probably a different color, as far as like soft plastic, but I think it might have been a brush hog. I'm not sure what that was. That must have been a tree. Okay. Oh, Oh, y'all, we're winding down. All right. 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 Winding down, y'all. This will be the last cast right here. Let's make it on the other side of this tree. Hope we don't get hung. And this is gonna do it for my hour. All right, that's gonna do it for today, y'all. I didn't catch another one, but I did put a good one in the boat. I caught a 3.76. You know, not bad for an hour of fishing when you're bass fishing. Not super good, but not bad at all as well. But as usual, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all for sticking in and, you know, staying locked in on my video throughout the whole video. For you ones that if you're still here, like always, please like, subscribe, share with some friends, family and friends. You know, if you subscribe to my channel, it's totally free. So like always, I appreciate y'all, and I'll holler at y'all on the next one.